You know, being the best in your event for close to a decade, and then having your record dethroned, is not an easy thing to deal with. And a few weeks ago, that is exactly what we saw happen in the marathon, as Kelvin Kiptum from Kenya took down Eliud Kipchoge's world record in this year's Chicago Marathon. This world record marathon performance was absolutely stunning. Running like a man possessed in the streets of Chicago, Kiptum dropped a 1 hour and 48-second first half and a sub 1 hour second half marathon, running under 4 minutes and 30 seconds for various miles over the final 13 miles. This very well could be the next great athlete when it comes to the marathon, and we are just getting started with Kelvin Kiptum's career. But since that time, a lot of people have noticed that while Kipchoge has maintained a very solid media presence, he hasn't actively said anything about Kiptum breaking his record. Now, Kipchoge has been traveling through China and various parts of Asia, seeing the world and promoting different running events, but a lot of people are still waiting to see exactly what he will say when it comes to him losing his world record, and I'm happy to announce that we finally have a response from Kipchoge. In an interview with the Olympics channel, Kipchoge said that I was not surprised when he broke the world record, and I was happy to see it broken. He also said that I will be the happiest on earth to win an Olympic medal for the third time, back to back to back. It's about making history, it's about inspiring a generation. Now, this is certainly a very optimistic outlook that Kipchoge is once again taking when it comes to the marathon. He's always been a very happy and optimistic person, always trying to inspire the world and trying to run his very best as well. But I couldn't help but notice that when it comes to his ending statement here, he didn't actually say that he was trying to outright win the gold medal come the Paris Olympics. He was just saying that he will be the happiest to win back-to-back-to-back medals. Now, if you're not already aware, Kipchoge did win the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, and he also won the Olympics and the Tokyo Games in 2021. This makes him one of only 3 athletes to ever repeat as an Olympic champion in the marathon. But I actually noticed no single athlete on either the men's or women's side has ever won 3 individual medals in the marathon throughout their Olympic campaign. I looked very carefully. Nobody has ever done this, and it actually left me pretty surprised because there have been many great athletes that have run the marathon and have had very successful and prolific careers. But nobody has ever done it. This really did leave me surprised because I thought Frank Shorter from the United States did this in the 1970s, but he actually only won the gold in '72 and the silver in 1976. The same thing went through my mind with Abibi Bikila from Ethiopia. However, he won gold in '60 and '64 and never competed in the Olympics again. I really do feel that right now, if Kipchoge wins any color medal in the Paris Games, that will just be considered icing on the greatest of all time cake, and I really do think he has a great chance at that. But this did leave me a little bit curious because for many years now, Kipchoge has been saying that he wants to win the gold medal come the Paris Olympics, but now it seems as though that has devolved since Kiptum broke his world record. I do think that it is a very fair thing to say that Kelvin Kiptum, if he does compete in next year's Olympics, is the outright favorite. In fact, given his recent races and his recent negative splits of crazy proportions, I think he's the overwhelming favorite. Now, we have seen Kipchoge run a pretty amazing negative split back in the 2018 Berlin Marathon, and for that race he ran a 1 hour 1 minute and 6-second opening half, followed by a second half marathon of 1 hour and 33 seconds. And even though this is amazing and it completely revolutionized the marathon back in 2018, Kiptum has the top 2 fastest negative splits in the history of the marathon, and one of them happened this year in Chicago, as he threw down a time of 59 minutes and 48 seconds. But the fastest second half in history belongs to Kiptum, and that actually happened in this year's London Marathon, where his second half was 59 minutes and 45 seconds. It's great that Kipchoge finally responded, and it does come across as a very humbling and optimistic outlook, but it is interesting that he's only aiming for a medal now. Kelvin Kiptum really has entered the marathon circuit as a big prospect for next year's Olympic Games. But will he come out with a gold medal? And how exactly will Kipchoge compete in the Paris Olympics? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.